So hey folks, welcome to our channel, Living in Fort Lauderdale with Kevin Sues. So it's a new year, Happy New Year. So with this new year's coming new goals, and one of the goals that a lot of our clients and our former clients and current clients, and even hopefully some of the future clients we just talked to earlier today are looking at is what do we need to know to invest in real estate in the South Florida area. There's all kinds of things that are going on. Everybody's hearing all kinds of different activities that are happening and all these changes in legislation and whatnot. But we're going to kind of jump into basically 2 or 3 of the core things that you need to know, core pieces of information that you need to know. So go ahead, sit back, get a piece of paper and pen and pencil ready, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So in addition to the 3 cardinal rules of real estate being location, 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 the real, I guess, rules 3.1 comes down to what property types, okay? And down here in South Florida, we have a number of different property locations and everything else, but what property comes down to 3 types of property. You have condos, you have townhomes, and villas, which are kind of connected. Okay, and then you have single family homes, or you have what are detached dwellings. Detached dwellings fall into 2 categories. Single family homes, which is zoned for a family or for one group, and you have multifamily homes, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. Oh my, those are the property types that we're going to be talking about today as far as looking to invest. Now, there are all kinds of variations on that. We can get into a lot of that. We've talked about it with short-term rentals. We've talked about it with condo investments. We've talked about investing on golf courses and investing around beaches. Those are also other videos that we certainly encourage you to take a look at. But we're going to try to keep it really simple and kind of keep it really basic today and try to keep it around just those primary property types. So, and essentially what we're going to talk about is cost. We're going to talk about it from the standpoint of acquisition, talk about it from the standpoint of renovation, and we're going to talk about it from the standpoint of what can you and should you be looking for from a return on your investment. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into that right now. So cost is usually, if not number 1, it's one of the top 3 considerations from a cost perspective. Unless you've been doing this for a long time, and we certainly welcome folks who are experienced investors to jump in and give us feedback on our videos and give us feedback on what we're going through. But unless you've been doing this for a long time, your cost consideration is going to be broken down into your acquisition cost. It's be broken down into whatever maintenance or costs that need to be from an ongoing perspective. And what, if any, costs you're going to incur to get the property ready to be renovated. And that's going to vary based upon the property type. It's going to vary based upon the location. But let's kind of get into it from that introductory perspective. Acquisition cost is acquisition cost. It's whatever the property costs for you to close on, for you to purchase it, whether you're investing, whether you're financing, or whether you're buying it, paying cash for it, or whether you're leveraging some other types of investments as a 1031 or any kind of a like property exchange. Again, we can talk about those. We've done other videos on those. Let's talk about it from the basic perspective of acquiring the property. Let's say you're going to pay cash for it. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to pay cash. You want to make sure that you got all the cash you need to cover it. But the most important aspect of that is you want to make sure that whatever you're buying, that the rental rates and the rental costs and the cost of being able to rent it out versus the revenue that's coming in, you want to make sure that it's at least neutral initially or a little bit positive. Because in the first 6 to 9 months of owning investment property, you truly do not have a full picture of what it's going to cost for you to be able to maintain that rental revenue, that revenue stream coming through. So you want to make sure that whatever you're spending, that you have rent, that you're able to charge the appropriate rent to recoup that, to basically cover those costs. Because the last thing you want to be is be negative cash flow and have something come out of the blue and hit you. So that's one of the key aspects of it. Now, whether it's a single family home, it may have a homeowners association. There may be a minor fee associated with that. You're going to have insurance. Insurance for single family homes right in South Florida is very, very high. You're also going to be paying taxes. Now, keep in mind, the taxes are going to be based upon what you paid for it. So whatever taxes you saw previously, depending upon how the previous owner owned it, may not be indicative of the taxes that you're going to be paying going forward. So you're going to want to make sure you do your homework. or work with experts like my team and I to make sure that we're looking at creating those realistic pro formas from the standpoint of expenditures that you can anticipate. Again, with the insurance, I cannot stress this enough. Insurance is going crazy here in South Florida. Something that you need to keep your eyes on for single family homes. This is also applicable to multifamily homes, duplexes, triplexes, and quadplexes. These are dwellings, or these are structures that you are responsible for anything and everything that goes on. Townhomes, villas, that's somewhat split out. In some cases, the association bears a portion of that cost. In many cases, it's going to be you. Maybe the association will pay for the roof. Maybe the association is responsible for the common area. But still, the lion's share of the cost for the townhomes and for villas is going to be on you, the owner. Condos, costs get spread out. You're basically responsible for everything inside the unit, whereas the condo association is responsible for everything outside the unit. And sometimes that's a great trade-off, where if you have an association that's working real well and everything's under control, everything's being taken care of, that's terrific. Other cases, it may not be as good a deal as it sounds. It could be that the association has to do the building needs a lot of renovation work, whatever. Check out some of our other videos on condo investment to get details on that. But you want to make sure that you understand that whatever you're laying out, you want to have money coming in from a rental stream perspective that is going to either keep you neutral or a little bit positive cash flow going forward. I'm Kev, and we're living in Fort Lauderdale with Kev and Suze, okay? We're one of the original YouTube channels down here for the Fort Lauderdale area, okay? And one of the things that we love doing more than helping everybody else with any kind of real estate related questions, because Suzanne and I are both licensed realtors, okay? It's basically sharing the area around Fort Lauderdale and the area in South Florida, especially areas like Pompano Beach, where folks have been asking us about specific information. We love sharing that information with everybody. We love showing everybody basically, where we live and why we love living here. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, drop us an email, DM us, okay, or click on the link below and you can go ahead and set up a 40 to 45 minute session where we can talk about Pompano Beach, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, any kind of real estate related issues or questions you guys may have. And oh, by the way, okay, make sure that you click the bell to get notified every time we drop a new video out so you can subscribe. Please hit like if you like it. Okay, and if for some reason you didn't like it, please let us know so that we can make improvements. Okay, and also please, if you would, share this with all your friends and family so they can get kind of the 411 on everything going on around here in Pompano Beach, the Fort Lauderdale area, and South Florida. So we've mentioned renovations a couple times. So folks, and there's varying degrees of renovation. There's everything from a handyman special, which could be everything from basically a lick and a promise, a coat of paint, some new carpeting, new flooring, maybe some drapes, okay, to a full-blown renovation. When folks talk to us and they tell me they're looking for a handyman special, terrific. So my immediate response is, so basically all you're looking to do is to throw a coat of paint on, maybe replace some flooring, throw up a set of blinds, okay, and you're ready to rock and roll. Well, no, that's not really what we're looking for, because essentially the sellers already know that's what's going on there. And sellers, you know that you know it, and we know that you know it, and everything works out great. Buyers, you need to understand that sellers down here are very savvy. Sellers in South Florida, they're very savvy. They know what their properties are worth. So when you're talking about renovation work, are you looking at full-scale renovation? Question comes down everything from PB piping, cast iron piping. Are you open to doing work around foundation issues, cracked foundations, settling foundations? Are you open to replacing all of the electrical, all the plumbing? If it's a 60-year-old building, 60-year-old dwelling, okay, chances are that plumbing is not going to be sufficient for a lot of the things that are needed today. Maybe you want to put in a tankless water heater. You're going to need to put in larger pipes. You're going to need to put in new electrical wires. You may need to completely rewire the property. And don't even get me started on roofs, because roofs are a big issue down in South Florida. And certain areas, for example, Coral Springs, if you want a roof, you can have any kind of roof you want as long as it's a tile roof. Doesn't matter what color it is, as long as it's a tile roof. We just went through this. It took us months to get this addressed and get this resolved. And I will tell you up front, do not even think about trying to go through the exception process to put asphalt shingle in Coral Springs, or a metal roof. It's just the process itself is just too cumbersome. We went through that. There's only 5 neighborhoods in all of Coral Springs that allow asphalt shingles, and rumor has it they're trying to actually shut some of those down. So from a roofing perspective, take a look at it. Make sure. Pools. Does your property have a pool? If it does, terrific. Make sure that we're looking at that from a rental perspective, because there's also an insurance liability having a pool. Are you contemplating putting a pool in? You may want to think about that. There's an inspection process for that. There's a permit process for that. And you need to take a look at that from an improvement or renovation perspective on putting a pool in. Folks, there are a number of things to consider, and there is a litany of things that you can do to basically make a significant impact on improving the property. And there are even more things that you can do that have little or no impact, with the possible exception of making it look a little bit more shiny, a little bit more brighter. So folks, reach out to us. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what your questions are. We're happy to walk through it with you to basically help you figure out basically what is your tolerance for doing the work. If you have somebody that's going to do the work for you, let's all get together, sit around a table, and figure out what's the best way forward. That'll also help us to determine what the best property type for you is, and also in many cases what the best location is. So folks, I mean, it's it in a nutshell. Okay, we just want to kind of keep it short, kind of keep it sweet. Hopefully we've answered some of the questions that you may have. Hopefully we've actually encouraged you to think, and maybe you have some more questions. We encourage you to go ahead and drop your questions in the little boxes below. If you would, go ahead and subscribe so you can get all the information that we're sending out on all of our videos. Click the little bell there to make sure that you get notified every time we drop a new video out. Share our videos with your friends. If you have any questions, please let us know. If there's anything you're specifically interested in, give us a little call, shoot us a text, little email, or you can click on the Calendly link down below. Set up a 35 or 40-minute conversation to chit-chat about anything that's important. If it's investment properties, terrific. If you're looking to basically buy a condo for a second home or for a vacation, terrific. If you're looking at a rental property that you're looking to move out of and you're looking to buy, or if you're looking to sell and maybe move into a rental property, any questions you may have around real estate or real estate related topics, we're happy to jump in and happy to talk to you about those. Again, please feel free to reach out and give us a call. And if you would, please provide feedback to us. We can only get better when you tell us what it is that you want to hear and what it is that you would like to know. And again, we'll talk to you soon.